No. Nope. No. Stop, please. For the love of my eyes, just stop. Wait, back up. Wait, what is this? Oh, okay, yeah. Yes. Mission Impossible is where it's at. Now, some of you guys are probably shaking your head because you're thinking of this, and this, alright, and this. But I'm not talking about those three. I'm talking about these three. The Holy Trilogy. Well, it's actually kind of like a prequel trilogy, so like the prequels from Star Wars. I promise these ones are good. So a lot of you might be confused about why I'm talking about this, because you already know how good these are. Well, I know for a fact that a lot of you are dumb. Look, I have proof right there.
But isn't this the same as all the other stuff?
No, it isn't. These days, we've been so accustomed to accepting bad action and editing when we really shouldn't be. Action is an art form. And art just doesn't come with some close-ups and a cut every 0.5 seconds. It comes with planning, thinking, and adapting. And yeah, I can speak from experience. Isn't that awful? My word. So I know I don't have a lot of you convinced yet.
You don't have any of us convinced.
Alright, fair enough. I'm going to break down some of the reasons why I think this, and this is what action could and in fact should be. I still can't get over how bad this is. Now, I know this is what the Mission Impossible franchise has built itself on. I know that not everyone can be as crazy as Tom and break his foot for a role, but I also know you don't need to do this on a green screen. Many times, especially in these days, so many action movies get by on CG set pieces and quick cut fight scenes where stuntmen just get to do everything. Now, I'm not saying that these movies don't have that, I'm just saying practical is always better. And whenever Tom can do practical, well, he does. Take this scene for instance. This could have easily been just a green screen studio, but no. Mr. Cruise took years of piloting lessons just so he could do this. In fact, there was actually a shot in the film where they cut the windows out of the helicopter, but was removed in post, and I'm assuming what they wanted to do is keep it as real as possible, which gives me a huge amount of respect for these guys. Or, you know, they just wanted to entice people to see the movie. But nonetheless, they keep everything practical that they can.
What's the point of this?
It's cheaper. No, I'm actually serious. Take the movie Skyscraper, starring Dwayne "The Pebble" Johnson. This film cost $153 million to make, while the Blues Brothers cost $30 million to make. One of these has a big CGI set piece and a decent amount of VFX usage, while the other one destroyed 103 cars for stunts, as well as a freaking shopping mall. Come on, just look at this. I think you can see what I'm getting at. Not only is it cheaper, but it's also incredibly more immersive. I can't tell you how many times I've been taken out of a movie just because of the bad VFX. And it's not just me saying this. Christopher McQuarrie and various stunt coordinators say that when you're watching something that isn't real, the audience feels cheated. Mission Impossible Fallout doesn't entirely get the free pass on this, however. There is a decent amount of CG work used in the set pieces that were originally practical, like the halo jump and the helicopter crash. But the fact that a cameraman jumped out of an airplane with an IMAX camera strapped to his head kinda makes up for it. So as much as being practical matters, cinematography and editing is just as important. Take this scene and look at how the angles are used, and how many cuts are used, but most importantly, why they are used. Okay, now I know a lot of people have talked about the scene already, but take a look at the bathroom fight from Mission Impossible Fallout, and the angles used in this and why the cuts are made in the editing. So I guess now is a good time to mention that I'm biased, but you still can't deny how great this fight scene is. Look at how in the bathroom fight, the cuts are used to either give us more information on what is going to happen next, or to give us a bigger impact to an important hit taken by a character. While in this scene we do have some shots that give us information for us to anticipate what the next move is going to be, but none of the cuts are supposed to signify anything different from the rest of the fight. They're mostly used to either hide a stuntman's face or to cut away so it sells as a real punch, rather than picking a unique angle that would give the same effect. Which leads me to my next point, wide shots. You can even have rush editing as long as you have wide shots. Wide shots help us see the relationship between our characters and the environment around them. But with that said, proper wide shots have to hold for a decent amount of time, because otherwise we just don't know what the heck is going on. Close-ups, on the other hand, are used to create tension or signal the audience of something. Yeah, this is definitely easier said than done. But that's what makes me appreciate scenes like this all the more, because I can tell the time and thought that went into it, rather than just getting the shot for the sake of getting the shot. I wouldn't know anything about that. It's hard for me to make separate categories for the rest of these, so I'm just gonna do them all together. Yeah, camera work, practicality, and editing are all very important. But you can't get an incredible action movie just from those things. You can't build tension in a film by editing. You have to direct the scene in the first place to allow it to be edited that way. You have to have the writing that makes the audience ask questions while watching the scene. You have to get performances out of people that make you feel what they're feeling. And a lot of movies these days seem to forget that. We come to see these movies for something new, something that people have put time and effort and thought into. You could have a score like any other film that is just there to give us something to listen to instead of dialogue and sound effects, or you could get composers like Lorne and Michael Giacchino who elevate every scene and make us feel the necessary emotions for that moment. Lighting can just be something so you can see the image, or it can be something that puts the audience on edge, make us unsettled because we can't see the corners of a room or the entirety of a person's face. A good action movie to me uses every bit of the word action to its fullest potential, and shows that action is in fact an art form. As much as I don't like franchises milking the name of their established series, I'm glad that we got 6 Mission Impossible films. It was a chance to show other creators to try their best at every turn, to put their all into every project, not just because someone told them to, but because they want to. I know letting things end is a part of life, but it's really too bad I won't be able to look forward to a fresh breath of air in the action genre that comes out every couple years. But I'm still glad that we have these ones to look back on, to appreciate and to study what it looks like to love what you're making and inspire others to hopefully reach how to do action movies right. Wait, what?